The camera world just shifted. For years, full frame was the undisputed king, but Canon is about to do something radical. Imagine a camera with the speed of the flagship R1, the resolution of the R5, but in a body that gives you the reach every wildlife photographer dreams of. I'm talking about the Canon EOS R7 Mark II. This isn't just a minor refresh. Based on the latest 2026 leaks and industry filings, it's a total takeover of the aps-c market. Today on TechVibe, we are breaking down the massive mini R1 leaks that are sending shockwaves through the industry. We're talking 39 megapixels, stacked sensor technology, and 8K video. Is this the camera that finally makes full frame feel unnecessary? Let's dive in. The original EOS R7 was a massive hit. It brought pro-level features to a crop sensor, but it had its flaws, the rolling shutter and that experimental control dial. Well, Canon has been listening. The R7 Mark II is shaping up to be the most powerful aps-c camera ever made. To understand why this is a revolutionary leap, we have to look at the heart of the beast, the sensor. The biggest leak we've seen, and one that is virtually confirmed, is a brand new 39.1 megapixel stacked BSI sensor. Why does stacked matter? If you've ever shot a fast-moving bird or a racing car with the original R7, you know the jello effect or rolling shutter can ruin a shot. A stacked sensor reads data almost instantaneously. We are looking at a readout speed that rivals the flagship EOS R3 and R1. This means virtually zero rolling shutter. You're getting the performance of a $6,000 body for a fraction of the price. This isn't just about megapixels, it's about pure, unadulterated speed. With that new architecture, the R7 Mark II is rumored to port over the DIGIC Accelerator technology from the R1. This allows for a staggering 40 frames per second burst rate with full 14-bit depth. Imagine tracking a bird in flight and having 40 perfectly sharp, high-resolution images to choose from every single second. But there's a catch that Canon has finally addressed. To handle that much data, Canon is finally ditching the dual SD card setup. The leaks point to a mixed slot, one CFexpress Type B and one UHS-2 SD. This is the professional storage speed we've been demanding. No more waiting for the buffer to clear while the action is happening right in front of you. The R7 Mark II is clearly coming for the hybrid market. For the first time ever in Canon's aps-c lineup, we are seeing 8K 30p and 4K 120p video. And this isn't just a marketing gimmick. Because of the new stack sensor and improved heat management, which includes a slightly larger, vented body design, this camera is expected to be a video powerhouse. It's being called a baby R5 for a reason. With Canon Log 3 and 10-bit internal recording, this could easily serve as a primary A camera for YouTubers and documentary filmmakers who need that extra crop sensor reach for interviews or wildlife b-roll. Now, let's talk about the body and ergonomics. One of the most controversial parts of the original R7 was the wheel around the joystick design. The 2026 leaks suggest Canon is moving back to a more traditional, pro layout. We're expecting a chassis similar to the R5 Mark II, more robust, better weather sealing, and a dedicated AF joystick that actually feels tactile. There is even talk of an upgraded $5.76 million electronic viewfinder. If you've been squinting through the $2.36 million screen of the old model, this will feel like looking through a window. The autofocus system is getting a massive AI injection. Using the new dual-pixel CMOS AF2 with deep learning, the R7 Mark II won't just track animals or people. It's rumored to have specific modes for birds in flight and motorsports with predictive tracking that can anticipate where a subject will be even if it goes behind a tree or a fence. This is the same logic found in the R1, making it nearly impossible to miss a shot. For those who shoot handheld, the in-body image stabilization is being pushed to 8.5 stops. When paired with an RFS or RF lens, you'll be able to pull off sharp 1-second exposures without a tripod. That is game-changing for travel photographers and those who want to pack light. But why is Canon doing this now? The market has changed. Competitors like Sony and Fujifilm have been pushing the limits of what a smaller sensor can do. Canon knows that for many professionals, the 1.6 times crop factor is an advantage, not a compromise. It turns a 400mm lens into a 640mm lens instantly. By putting a professional-grade stack sensor behind that crop, Canon is giving wildlife and sports photographers a tool that simply didn't exist at this price point. The big question everyone is asking is about price and availability. Based on current supply chain reports and the CP Plus 2026 roadmap, we are looking at an official announcement in May 2026. The price? Rumors are landing around the $1,999 mark. While that's a jump from the original R7, you have to remember what you're getting: a stacked sensor camera that can do 8K. To get those specs in full frame, you'd be spending over $4,000. Think about the workflow efficiency this brings. With the new neural network processing built into the camera, we are seeing in-camera upscaling and neural network noise reduction becoming standard. This means you can take that 39-megapixel image and upscale it to a clean, 80-megapixel file right in the playback menu. For sports photographers on a deadline, this is revolutionary. You can crop in tight, upscale, and send the file to your editor over the built-in 5 GHz Wi-Fi before the play is even over. We also need to discuss the cooling. One of the biggest complaints about high-performance mirrorless cameras is overheating during 4K 120p or 8K recording. The R7 Mark II is rumored to feature a passive cooling system that utilizes a magnesium alloy internal frame to pull heat away from the sensor. While it likely won't have an internal fan like the R5C, the efficiency of the stack sensor means it generates less heat to begin with. This ensures you can record long takes without the dreaded red thermometer icon appearing on your screen. The R7 Mark II is clearly designed to be the ultimate weapon for those who value speed and reach. It's faster, sharper, and more durable than anything we've seen in this category. It bridges the gap between the hobbyist and the elite professional. If you've been on the fence about switching to full frame just for the speed, this camera might have just saved you thousands of dollars. We've seen a lot of cameras come and go, but every few years, a body comes along that resets the expectations for an entire segment. The original 7D did it for DSLRs, and the R7 Mark II is poised to do it for the mirrorless era. Everything about this release points to Canon wanting to dominate the mid to high-end market. They aren't just giving us a spec bump, they are redefining what an aps-c camera is capable of. It's about giving the user the confidence that the gear will never be the limiting factor. Whether you are in the humid rainforests tracking rare birds or on the sidelines of a high-speed race, the R7 Mark II is being built to withstand the pressure. I want to hear from you. Does the addition of 8K and a stacked sensor justify a $2,000 price tag, or are you sticking with your current setup? Is 39 megapixels the sweet spot for you, or do you prefer the low-light performance of a lower-resolution sensor? Drop a comment below, I'll be jumping in to reply to the best takes and theories. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay updated on the latest 2026 camera tech, make sure to show your support. We'll be tracking every leak leading up to the May launch, so stay tuned for more. This has been TechVibe, keeping you ahead of the curve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.